welcome. CPM here, Andy. Van blog Sunday. Crikey, it's only just gone 6 o'clock. It's dark already. Winter's coming. Definitely is. Hope you're all well. Thought I'd do a blog from my home. This is my home. It's not literally my home. It's my home in the winter. I spend more time in this space than I do anywhere else. Anyway, hope you're all well. Thought I'd do another van blog. I wanted to do a question time today, but I couldn't. Unfortunately, something come up in the family and I had to deal with that, which was always a priority. Dad first, everything else second. Well, husband as well. But yeah, got that sorted out. So I thought I'd just do a blog, what I've been doing. Not a lot, working hardish. As I said, like plumbing and heating engineer, going to be busy this time of year. This is where you make your money. So there's a couple of things I wanted to just say. On my journey, it's really taken a change. It's really changed. I think I might have explained this before. I can't get myself wrapped up in all this. Being an entertainer, influencer, YouTuber person. As much as I love it, I might get back to it, but I don't think that's the important. I personally don't think that's the important message at the moment. Talking to, I see a lot of customers this time of year. I love chatting away to people. I love listening to people, and yeah, I don't know, but I just get this feeling like I was talking about before. We're in a different place now. It all feels different, and I just want to express how I feel, around these times, around my investments, around stuff that I'm doing, not doing, whatever. So yeah, it's not for you all. If you want to know what I think the price of silver and gold is going to be, I have no idea. That seems to be the trend at the moment. That's what everyone... I get it. It makes really cool... God, I'm wrapped up like the Michelin Man today. It makes really cool content, and yeah, it's what everyone would love to hear. But it's just content, man. It's not reality. I do have my own... I think if we was in a stable market like we've witnessed for quite a few years, you could sort of kind of go with that. Yeah, gold's going to do gold things, silver's going to do silver things, Bitcoin's going to do Bitcoin things, stocks are going to do that. But we're in a different... I just cannot believe people aren't talking about this. Well, some people are, obviously, but the people within my community that I've been around... just aren't talking. They're still doing this clickbaity. Let's talk about gold price. Let's talk about silver price, which is fine. I get it. I understand that, but it's not real. People, some of the real conversations I'm coming across is, what the hell's going on? Why have we not got enough? Why haven't we got any more money? And isn't it really not a good time for doing this, doing that, and what's the best thing to do, and stuff that we wasn't really talking about a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So that tells me that things have changed. YouTube is YouTube. People are still totally, and this has been me as well, I'm not saying I'm any different, totally obsessed with the price of stuff. And I get that when it comes to having to survive and live, we should be, because everything's priced in that. But when we're talking about sound money, like gold, silver, Bitcoin, whatever, I really do think we need to, well, I have personally, get away from price. It's now all about, if it's going to be a flight to safety, price is irrelevant. Price is totally irrelevant. If you believe in sound money as being sound money, then all of a sudden that becomes the money. So it isn't a case of what's it worth, it's which obviously it is, because if you're going to exchange it into our fiat world of price, then yeah, that's important if you need to do something with it. But if you're not, then it's important to look at, okay, I need more sound money, and that's it. That's the end of it. I just need more sound money, and what's the best way of doing that? What's the best way of getting it? What's the best way of coming up with a strategy to understand how to do that? That, to me, has become more important, if you believe in that. If you don't believe in what sound money stands for, then it goes over my head why people are talking about gold and silver and Bitcoin and bits and pieces. It's bigger than that, and it's especially bigger than that now, I believe. So we're almost like living in two worlds now when it comes to money. It's price to survive, and then sound money to preserve. I think that's the greatest way of putting it, I suppose. So that's what I'm doing myself, and like everything, that comes down to understanding commodities and assets and soundness of how sound is this, and what's the likelihood of this becoming a thing. Is it an east, west, west thing? Is this the new war? Is there an economic war going on? Does Europe even understand what's going on? Or is there a push to keep fiat currency, and what's the best? There is so much to learn, and it's so confusing. It really is confusing. But if you've got some sort of conviction and a plan, then you can overcome all that, that's for sure. You definitely can. And that's what I'm personally interested in now, is do I believe in sound money? Yes, I do. What does that mean to me? Well, that's personal to me, obviously, just like it should be personal to everybody. And when I mean personal, it means what are you trying to achieve by understanding what sound money is? And you have to go on that. Wow, the lights have gone out. That could be good viewing for people. See that? Is this not entertaining? Let me see if I can get the light. I don't know how to get these lights on, to be fair. There we go. There we go. I'm back. Probably was better when it was dark, but I'm back. Yeah, it's a big personal thing, you know. But for me, it's a case of now really believing what's the most important thing. Well, the most important thing is, to me, is to accumulate what I think will be a sound investment. All the words are there, aren't they? Sound investment at this moment in time. How long that's going to be for, I don't know. But you know, it's yeah. If you apply that to silver, well, the sound strategy will be, how can I just get another tenth or another quarter or another half ounce or another ounce? How can I do that? just so I've got one more. One has become so powerful in today's terms. And yeah, if during that journey or if people are shouting at this video, oh, well, I can't afford it. Well, there's the starting place. Why can't you afford it? Now, obviously, there's loads of reasons around that for individuals. But if people say, well, the price is too much, well, why is the price too much? What's happened to make that now unaffordable to us personally today? What's happened? Yeah, some people might tell me, oh, the price has gone up. No. Yes, obviously, but no, that's not the reality of it. The reality of it, something's changed. Something's changed in the way money is looked at now, and something is driving the price up. Now, there's lots of different things that could be, but fundamentally, if you really have done your homework, you'll be sitting there thinking, yeah, it's done all this before, but not in this way. Why is this time different? And if you recognize that this time is different, then bang, there's your journey. There's your journey to go out there and find out, why would this be different to other times? Same with gold. Gold's exactly the same. Take the price away, or it's really hard to take that price away, but it's happened there. Bitcoin, it's happened there. To me, they're those three indicators. Bitcoin's been saying it for ages. Gold is just this year, and it's only this year, really, since maybe October last year. Well, actually, with gold, you can probably go back a couple of years. There's been a steady increase, more than normal. So that's been telling us something. Why is, and it doesn't matter about, is it China or is it central banks? It doesn't matter. The message is it's happening. The outcome matters, obviously, but the indication and the indicator is the main important thing. And the same with Bitcoin's been saying it for ages. So to me now, it's all about how can I accumulate these things? What can I do on a day-to-day basis? And whatever you want to invest in. What can I do on a day-to-day basis to try and improve that weight? If you're stacking precious metals physically, or accumulating paper, same process. If you're accumulating Bitcoin, same process, if you believe in that. That's the important thing. That's the really, really important thing, I believe. And I think if you're in your if you're a younger person, well, it applies to everybody at every age, but if you're in your younger ages, then it's super important to understand what's going on. It really is. And yet it's very rarely spoken about. Probably because it's not good content. And yet it's probably some of the most important things, well, it is for me anyway. And I've seen the benefits from my children's point of view. There's a game going on, man, people. And I would encourage people, do what you like, obviously, my videos around this volatile time in our lives will be more about encouraging people to really sit up and start to understand what's going on. I'm going to be really, and I'm really positive with this as well. The end result, the wealth will transition into something. None of us know what that's going to be, but it will be something. And as human beings, we will all need stuff, want stuff. Might not recognise how we're doing it, but I personally believe with putting quite a bit of effort into learning that opportunities are there to be aware of, and as we go through this transitional period of how we all do stuff, there's going to be opportunities to maybe early invest in, or have some capital to invest in to benefit later on in life. Outside of that, we've got to learn to survive. Really have, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. There's lots of talk about CBDCs, UBI. What that looks like, what it doesn't look like. There'll be people for it, people against it. But the real alpha is hedging one way or the other. Because it will be one way or the other. For sure. You're going to get boys' clubs doing their thing. You're going to get people resisting. You're going to get people liking it. But you either sit on the fence and cry out victimhood, or you try and plot a strategy, and you can only do that by learning to work out what's going to benefit you and your family and your children, your grandchildren, maybe further down the line. Damn, God, I mean, some of the conversations I have with my son now are just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Really are. If my customers are anything to go by, they're all worried, and that tells me personally, and it's like having my own survey in the real world. They're all worried. So what they worried about as we go into darkness yet again is obviously on a timer, this thing. So that tells me everything. That tells me that I've got to get my finger out my backside, my head out of my backside, and try and protect what I've built over the last 4 or 5 years to preserve it. And it's not all gold, it's not all silver, it's not all Bitcoin, it's not all, it's about the bigger picture, everything, absolutely everything. It's not all about making video content and picking different times to make your content look really good and using AI to come up with a story. It's about really individually learning, and if I can do that at my age, then I know a lot of people can. Oh yeah, it's interesting times. Really interesting times. So is it too late? Is it too late to get into precious metals? Nope, definitely not. Well, it depends what your ambitions are, what you need, what you want, how you look at it. Are you gambling? Are you not gambling? Are you saving? Are you preserving? Can you save? Can you preserve? Have you got any money to do it? And if you have, I would say to any person wanting to get in now is to, if you want to get into silver, then just get yourself a piece of silver. Hold it, feel it, look at it, see what it reflects back to you. And then learn about sound money. And you will not do that in 5 minutes. You just won't. You won't. And if you do, you haven't. Same if you can afford gold, do the same with gold, do the same with Bitcoin. Little bit. You don't have to go mad. Don't never go mad. Work out what you can afford. You need to survive. Survival first. Survival. What does survival look like? Survival, it sounds like I'm talking about some sort of apocalypse. I'm not at all. I'm not at all. Hopefully nothing like that happens. But you never know. But just basic survival is be honest with yourself. Sit down. I got one of my boys today, him and his partner, they're sitting down and they're looking at, do they need Netflix? Do they need this? Do they need that? Do they need this? Yeah, it's all cool, but do they need it in times like this? So they're going through that. I'm doing that as well. I'm just going through, like, what do I really need? Because any spare fiat that I can come up with is going into protecting it. It's going into a bigger plan while we can. And you can bury your head in the sand and hope it all goes away, and good luck to you, and fair enough, you can do that. That's obviously everyone's prerogative to do that. But if you look at this as an opportunity, and a good opportunity, you need to do something about it. You really do. And all I want to do is encourage people to do that. And I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you how to do or where to go. You know, I can give you little inklings, but YouTube is not one of them. YouTube is, well, that's a liar. YouTube is great, but use it as a library. Don't use it as gospel. Just use it as a library to improve your knowledge. And then second, ask questions. Like if you're watching this, just what the hell's he going on about? Great. Then follow it up. Don't bury your head in the sand, especially you youngsters. You've got a fantastic opportunity in front of you here. You know, and then the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to see such big changes, and there's going to be so much opportunity in there. And the outcomes are going to be the outcomes, obviously. All those hoping it's going to be a silver-backed whatever, fine, it's cool. It's no good if you haven't got any, is it? All the ones that are hoping it's going to be gold, fine, super cool, but it's no good if you haven't got any. Not even a little bit. A 1 grammer, great. 2 grams. 1/10 of an ounce of silver, 1/10 of gold. We've all got different circumstances, but be real, be realistic. Bitcoin, same. You can buy £5 worth. that's what you believe in. Don't need a lot of money. What you need is a bit of get up and go, a bit of good health, a bit of looking after yourself, eating well, being realistic, being honest with yourself. What can I do? And then making a decision. Go for it, don't go for it. Ignore it, don't ignore it. It's so simple, all this. In my humble opinion, there's going to be opportunities there. Learn about your taxes in your country. Learn about self-sovereignty, ISAs. Keep ahead. Keep one step ahead if you can. Because in 5-10 years' time, hopefully, all of us that have bothered, whatever the outcome of whatever's going on at the moment comes out and it settles all down and we start this next whatever, you'll be in a far greater place. Financially. Got to think about these things. Or not, it's up to you. I'm only sharing what I do with my family. It's not right, it's not wrong, I'm just sharing it, you know. Who's out there? Who's really out there? I touched on this last time. Who's really out there in this world, this community, in the UK and in Europe, in America or China or wherever, Russia, that's looking after your interests in true reality? No one. Everyone's surviving, fighting for themselves. It's another topic. But it's a waste of energy. Facts are the facts. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to be useful to build your own little network like I was talking about before, of like-minded people, but you've got to find them. You've got to find them. It's hard to do in times like this. Because everyone's chasing price. Everyone's chasing, how can I get more? How can I get more? How can I more? Which is healthy. But they're not doing it for your benefit or my benefit. They're doing it for their benefit. Who's doing you a favour here? You've got to do yourself a favour. Rely on anyone else. Or if you've got that real precious tight network, yeah, rely on each other. That's cool, man. So yeah, more doom and gloom. Oh, for God's sake, man. Yeah, more doom and gloom, but it isn't. We're getting back to like, man, we're excited, man. We're dead excited. Might not show it because I'm not going whoop, 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 using crazy AI to make it all look wonderful and brilliant. Just being real. I am really dead excited. We're structurally putting together stuff in place to use, like I said before, history as a good way of risk assessing stuff and then looking forward. And we spend just as much time looking forward in reality of trying to look at how an outcome can look, and are we invested in the right places to take that hedge as a winner. Yeah, there's always winners, but it all depends on how you determine winners. I know some people tell me and say, well, surely CPM, Andy, whatever you want to say, health is priority. Can't disagree with that one. It's massive priority. Because without your health, if you're not looking after yourself, you're just going to be a victim. And some people, unfortunately, are born into that, and they need help and they need support. But the majority of us, need to help ourselves. So health is everything, if you're fortunate enough to have it. The ones that haven't, for a set of circumstances, yeah, we need to help those people as much as we can, when we can. So this isn't a slag off against anything. This is just a reality check. This is a real fundamental reality check set up. And when you do that, boy, is it exciting if you can pull yourself out of that, because it gives you something to strive for. Really gives you something to strive for, and that's important. There's your positive thing. So yeah, is it possible? I do, but you just got to be realistic with yourself. Nowadays, in today's terms, you've so got to be realistic with yourself. Survival. Cut back. Do you need this? Do you need that? Do you need this? Do you need that? Because trust me, if you're bothering, once you start to understand about the basics of sound money, the future, what the future could look like, whether it's going to be Bitcoin, gold, silver, some stock, some company, some whatever, once you start to see that as a possibility, then you're going to need some capital to invest in that. And they're going to appear. Some of them already have. And there's some new things that are going to appear that's going to make our future better in this new whatever it's going to be. And that's very exciting. Extremely. As I say about AI, just use AI as a tool, man. Don't get caught up in all the FUD. Don't be spending loads of money on, obviously do what you like. I'm just as bad. I've had to learn from that. There isn't anything AI can teach you that you can't teach yourself at this moment in time. You might be able to do it quicker. Might not have the restraints of being a human being. It doesn't know what's best for you. Only you know what's best for you. So there you go. Van blog in the dark, bit of a disco, lights on and off. Please go out there and learn. Please be honest with yourself. Take a reality check. Be there for one another. Encourage one another. Learn, man, learn. Learn, learn, learn. You have a better chance if you're prepared to learn. And I'm 60 and I'm become obsessed with it because I see the value in it, you know. And my kids get to see the value of it, and it encourages them. And ultimately, whatever my grandchildren face, they've got a chance. So it starts with you, man. Do it, don't do it, whatever. Love you anyway. Thank you very much for watching. Look out for my blogs. Got a busy week ahead. Try and do my fireside thing on the What podcast channel on a Wednesday. If you've got any crazy questions, leave them in the comments, email me, whatever. And yeah, I'd talk. If anyone's got any really interesting constructual questions that I can just try and answer from my point of view, then yeah, send them to me, man. So it gives me like proper content to talk about. Enjoy all the other stuff that's out there. There's some great entertaining stuff. There's some people doing some grand job on that side of things. Take good care. See you soon. Bye.